Good evening, everyone. Today is Valentine's Day, and I wanted to welcome all of you. We're going to be talking about essential oils for love, romance. Love is in the air. Today's the day. And unlike any other day, most of the time when I'm announcing a holiday, it's not the actual day. But today we have the great good fortune of today being Valentine's Day. So that's a super great thing for me. So I am ready for the day. I've got my love mug, if you can see. There we go, love. And I've got my big heart sweater on. I'm ready to go. And when I go out later, I'll have my red gloves and my red beanie and all my stuff. I'm going to make sure that everybody knows today's the day. And actually, I've been wearing red for about 2 or 3 days because I want to make sure as I go about my errands, run to church and so on, that it's clear that I know that it's Valentine's Day. And I want to be able to spread the love to all of you as well. So today we're going to be talking about love is in the air. And this is a totally clean presentation. So you can feel free to have your children in the room. Do not worry. We're going to be talking about our essential oils that are great for romance and also for today. We will be talking a little bit about romance. This is a G-rated presentation. Okay. So let me start let me share my screen with you. That's what I really want to do, right? So you can see what I am talking about. Okay, terrific. I think you can see me. If you can see my my screen, give me a thumbs up. I really want to see you guys. And today we've got some really good information. I have not done a presentation like this in a while. I used to do one that was called only about 7 oils, but today we're actually going to be talking about 12 oils. So really exciting. I can't wait to see all of you and to see exactly what you're thinking about these oils, because I think they're pretty good. I'm trying to get there we go. Let's see if we can get a better view. Oh. Perfect. Okay. Let's talk about love is in the air. We're talking about, of course, doTERRA essential oils today. And much better. Okay, so much better. You've got a really good bird's eye view now. So let's talk about a couple of different things. Number one, on the hit parade, I'm really happy that you decided to join me. We're going to be talking today about different sorts of oils. Many of them are singles, but a few of them are blends. I'm going to give you an outline of how this class is going to go. So I'm going to explain how essential oils work. Of course, I'm going to talk a little bit about libido. And then at the very end, I'm going to talk about how essential oils can be used to enhance romance. And also in a romantic setting, what are the essential oils maybe that you'd like to diffuse? Lastly, we're going to go over some of the most popular ways that these oils have been used maybe historically, and you can use them, of course, in your intimate or personal moments with your beloved, right? Okay, so number one, let's talk about, there you go. What happened to my libido? So this is probably the most spicy part of the presentation, I would say. So having ups and downs in our libido is only human. It's not realistic to be always on, even when you're in the presence of your loved one. Usually the problem or the root cause is stress. And so we've been under a ton of stress over the last 2+ years. We're entering our 3rd year under the stresses of the pandemic. So some of my favorite essential oils not only help to reduce stress, but also help to boost the libido all in one. How do essential oils work? They work a couple of different ways. If you've ever enjoyed the scent of a rose, for example, you've experienced the aromatic qualities of essential oils. These are naturally occurring volatile compounds, aromatic compounds, and they're found in different parts of the plant. When you smell them, obviously you are using your olfactory system, but that's very closely connected to your brain, and inhaling these smells stimulates the parts of the brain connected to smell, to memory, and affect mood, and can help us to just feel a little bit better about ourselves or the person that we're with. When we talk about essential libido history, people have been using essential oils to increase sensuality for thousands of years. Ancient Egyptian writers and artists often created works of art that referred to scents and fragrances in the context of romantic or sensual relationships. Even the Bible refers to scents, perfumes, and anointing oils as part of sensual imagery. So this is not something new. So for anybody who's thinking, oh, this is new, it's not at all. This has been around for millennia. You want to strengthen your appetite, right? So number one on the hit parade, this is our number one oil. So you want to take out your notepad now. Number one is black pepper. It's a warm, spicy scent, and it's known to strengthen circulation and can stimulate appetite, both literally and sensually. Use black pepper essential oil in minute amounts alongside your other essential oils, right? You don't want to douse yourself with black pepper. It is a spicy oil. And we also want to use caution when applying essential oils to our bodies, maybe as a massage oil, that we're being careful around any of those delicate areas, that we wouldn't want to use too many oils around. They can add depth or a spicy top note to pique intimate interest. They pair well, black pepper pairs really well with things, essential oils like ylang, rose, or jasmine. And those are kind of when we think about those romantic, warm, sensual oils from Valentine's Day, those would be three of the ones, and we're going to be talking about those in a minute, but there are others, and I want to make sure that you know that they can be blended and used well together. Another one is sandalwood. It's a restorative. It's sweet, woody, exotic, and it enhances physical sensuality and makes lovers can help them to feel more intimate with one another. Considered a restorative, it induces a state of calmness and serenity and relieves nervous tension. So if that's an issue that you're having, then count on your sandalwood to kind of help you to relax and be more in the moment, right? That's what love is really all about. We're not looking at our phones. We're not stressed. We're not jumping out of our seats because we need to go on and do something else. In addition, sandalwood is an exotic scent which can promote openness. So we want to feel open and in the presence of our beloved, right? We want to feel like this is the place that we want to be. So I actually have a surprise for my beloved, and I know he can't see this right now, but maybe he'll see it later. So I have a gift for him, and many of you are probably going to ask, what is it? You can guess in the chat if you're not sure. And I try to hide it in the house. So this morning he'll get his gift. But let's see if you can, it's kind of it's a gift that you can easily guess, right? But just in case, all packed up and ready to go. So let's talk about our second essential oil. Actually, this is our third. Our first was black pepper. Our second was sandalwood. Number three is jasmine, right? Enhances mood and energy. I frequently, even before we had our jasmine roll on, I had some of the jasmine, the tiny 5 milliliter bottles, and I guarded them jealously because I wanted to make sure that I had them, applying them to my pulse points, maybe along the pelvic bone. Just beautiful, that heady, rich scent of jasmine. Works especially well for women, and this has been highly regarded for its influence over any sort of sensual troubles or connection issues. You want to really feel like you're open and loving when you're using your essential oils, and jasmine is a great one. You can use it in a diffuser. It is a little bit expensive if you're using just the straight essential oil, if you happen to have one in years past, but you could kind of flick off the bottle or the roller ball top and add a little bit into your diffuser. Make sure you give your 5 milliliter roll-on a good shake, 10 milliliter, a good shake before pouring it into your diffuser. And I would be using a water-based diffuser only. Maybe a dry diffuser would work just as well. But we really want to make sure that we're getting that scent into the air. And sometimes in the roller bottles, the oils, the fractionated coconut oil and the essential oil can separate. So we want to make sure that's a good rule of thumb really for all roll-ons. You can also use it as a massage oil. It's to bring a light, happy mood to anyone who uses it. I have to say, I've always felt very very joyous, very in the moment when I use my jasmine oil. It's something that I don't know, I just love it. Here's another one for us. This is number 4, patchouli. Now, a little bit controversial, right? Because it was really overused in the 1960s in the hippie era. So some people associate it with not a great time, but it's kind of a woodsy, musky smell, and it can be used blended well with other essential oils. It's used to improve your spirits, also to balance your libido, and you can use it really in very small amounts within other blends. Tell me in the chat, have you used patchouli oil for any reason, and do you like it or not? So have you used it? Do you like it or not? So tell me in the chat. I see a couple of people popping on. I'd love to hear, have you used it, patchouli oil? I have to say, I don't usually use it unless it's in a blend. For me, it's a little bit strong. Okay, let me tell you about number 5. We're very quiet in the chat today. You're going to tell me patchouli, yes or no? Okay, next one is peppermint. And this is kind of a surprise essential oil, because you could say peppermint, how could that be used romantically? It just doesn't fit for me. It's fresh and cooling, and smell gives a sense of clarity and refreshment. And part of what we've been going through over this last 2.5 years is that feeling of, I have no energy to do anything. And being romantic with someone else seems like just one more chore, something we don't have the energy to do anything else. Peppermint can change that. It can help you to feel more energetic, more alive, more alert. And that's why I included the peppermint oil in these 12 essential oils that you can use for love. You can use it in a massage oil for tingling coolness. You can put it on the soles of your feet or on your back, wherever you just really need that pick me up. You pair it with black pepper for a warming and a cooling sensation, which is kind of fun to play around with, but just use your peppermint oil. You tend not to think of peppermint as romantic, but it can be romantic, and it can help to stimulate those feelings of energy that we need if we're going to be with our beloved and kind of hang out for a while and be present with them, right? That's what we want. We really want to be present. Okay. Here we go. Number 6, right in the middle. I did not forget it, ladies and gentlemen, rose. And here I have showing rose and jasmine together, often paired together in perfumes. Scent of rose is supposed to be very good for the heart, emotionally and physically. It helps to improve the circulatory system. The smell of rose is sensual, uplifting, and perfect for pillow sprays, bed sprays, or massage oils. So you can use them in massage. Right now, we have both types of rose available. We have the 5 milliliter straight rose, so rose that is undiluted. And then we also have our rose roll-on, both of which I love and use continuously. Rose is one of my absolute hands down favorite oil. And I actually give rose essential oil very often as a gift. Many people who sell it, who have frequent head tension, can use rose effectively to relieve that. So use your rose oil, use it over your heart, open your heart, use your rose oil. It really is just a powerful way to reconnect with other people. It also is it generates heat. So if you put it on your skin, you'll actually begin to feel a little bit warmer. So that's, if you're in a cold climate, rose is something that you can't ignore. Okay, number 7 on the hit parade, bergamot or bergamot, depending on how you pronounced it. It's the ultimate complementer. What do we mean by that? It means that it pairs well, plays well in the sandbox with other essential oils. It's created by pressing the bergamot orange rind, and has been used in perfumes for centuries. It's often blended in with other essential oils or other oils to make a really spicy, slightly sweet aroma. And it's found to increase the number of amino acids in the brain, which is super interesting, which can trigger heightened levels of hormones, romantic hormones, and helping to increase the libido in both men and women. So include your bergamot in your bergamot in your massage oils, in your diffusers. It can soften more intense oils like ylang ylang. Many people find that ylang ylang is just too heady. That's one of the ones we're going to talk about in a minute. And blending in a little bit of bergamot can just kind of smooth out that sharp burst of florals, which some people don't really love. It can be also used to complement more low-key scents like jasmine or coriander or rose or lavender, or it can be used all on its own. I have to say, hands down, this is my favorite oil and I use it all the time. It's also the oil that's used in Earl Grey tea. So if you've never had that tea, you can make up a cup for yourself today with just some warm water and a drop of bergamot essential oil. Give it a good stir. Okay, next we've got number 8. So we're more than halfway there. Our passion blend uses undertones of jasmine, cinnamon, vanilla, and ginger to create a warm, spicy aroma that's, I don't know, kind of shakes up the predictability of everyday life. One of the things that I have found during this time of being home a lot is that we need passion. We need that sense of, I have a mission. I want to do something. I want to accomplish something. And that's true with our beloved or with the, with the people that are closest to us in life. We want to feel closely and intimately attached to them, because if we don't, we can tend to drift. And there are many, many people, as we know, who are lonely and don't get to see a lot of people. So use your passion, whether you're just using it on a daily basis to feel like I'm more engaged, I'm more alert, I'm more awake. Tony Robbins talks about something called priming. I would definitely use my passion oil before priming and just to get my day started, right? But of course, it's a wonderful essential oil blend for romance. So you can apply it to your pulse points before meeting up with someone that you love, rekindle feelings of excitement, and also prepare to push boundaries anywhere in your life. That's what we want. We want that passion, that verve, that kind of energy that helps us to do great things and to do the next thing that we need to do in our life. Here we go with ylang ylang, another one that I just love. I've got a couple of people popping in the chat and telling me they like ylang. They like, first of all, patchouli blended with ylang ylang. And Justin blends. Jaslyn actually says she uses patchouli in a beauty blend, and Yokeen says to prevent hair loss. Interesting. Okay. Patchouli can be used with rose in a hydrating cream and added to rose for tightening serum. So good to know. Those are all really good tips. I guess I'm going to crack out my patchouli again and see. Okay, next on the hit parade, ylang ylang. Yes or no? I want to hear, because I love ylang ylang. Patchouli, not so much, but ylang ylang, just love it, love it, love it. But I know that people have very strong feelings, either positive or negative, about ylang ylang. Let me know in the chat. It is considered a powerful aphrodisiac. It can increase libido and attraction between lovers. It energizes you, intensifies those feelings of love and good for that desire to experiment, if you will. Its floral scent increases desire, encourages attraction, supports the circulatory system. You want to use it in moderation, of course, because it is, like I said, a very heady oil, and maybe not everybody around you. So you want to check in with whoever you're with and say, hey, is this something that you like? Lillian says she loves ylang ylang, and Janice says she blends it with lavender and it works wonders also. Yep. So lavender is one of the last oils we're going to talk about. We're already on number 9. I hope you've been taking notes. We've got a few more that I'm going to share with you. Here's another one that's an interesting one. It kind of falls in the spiciness of black pepper, right? Ginger essential oil, warm, sweet, makes you just, I don't know, want to cuddle up. You can put it into your diffuser. Smell of ginger can increase openness as well as supporting the circulatory system. So we all know that it's important to support the circulatory system, especially when we're talking about love, because obviously we need as much circulation in our bodies as we possibly can to be able to just feel good when you're with another person. And so keeping this on a very clean level, you know what I mean? Okay, here we go. Next on the hit parade, we've got some Clary sage. This is a really good one. Clary sage works by affecting the hormones, right? So it's supporting our hormonal system to boost the mood and alleviate depression. Its deep, sweet, and nutty flavor helps to calm stress and lessen inhibitions to boost desire. So if you haven't used Clary sage before, it kind of smells to me like a very strong lavender. I don't know, many of you may have different thoughts about this. Geranium is an oil that I have included in the past. I have it here in the picture. I have included in the past, but many people have mixed feelings, especially men, about geranium. So we've included rose, but we've left out geranium. But Clary sage and geranium together can support the hormones. So if one of the things that you're struggling with is hormonal deficiencies or hormonal difficulties of any sort, especially ladies, maybe during that time of the month, or maybe at other parts of the month, you want to pursue using geranium and Clary sage together. Joaquin says Ylang Ylang is a little too strong, but good for womb care. Very interesting. Okay, I know that if we've got any doulas on the call, that they will often use Ylang Ylang or neroli for pregnant women. So that's something we want to think about. And that's another topic, right? Today we're talking about romance because it's still Valentine's Day. I think this is last but not least, lavender. Yes. So lavender is kind of the, I don't know, we think of frankincense as the granddaddy of all the oils, and I think of lavender as sort of the grandmom of all the oils. It is just a wonderful scent and plays well in the sandbox with every single solitary other oil. It's known for its ability to promote relaxation and sleep, but could also enhance feelings of sensuality, increasing the alpha waves in the back of your brain. Lavender helps to ease anxiety and set inhibitions aside. So part of what happens sometimes when we're with our beloved or we haven't been with our beloved for a while is we begin to feel maybe tense or anxious. The stresses of the day can come in and kind of set us off. We're just not, I don't know, we're not connecting, right? And so lavender can help to kind of ease some of those tensions and to help us just feel we're ready to relax and be intimate and be connected and really focus on just one other person for the time that we're with them. One study revealed, this is kind of funny, that one of the most common scents that enhances male arousal is a combination of lavender and what? Pumpkin pie. So that's such a crazy statistic, but I would include lavender in whatever blends that you're using. Okay. Let's talk a little bit about diffusing. You can use diffusing, and especially in the bedroom, you don't want it to be overpowering, but I've got a quick, oh my goodness, quick recipe for you. If you wanted to use one of those reed diffusers. So reeds are those kind of dried sticks that you can get at most hobby shops. And you're going to combine water and a little bit of vodka, and then add 20 drops or more of your favorite essential oil. This is a great way for you to diffuse in a bedroom because it's going to be very mild. It's not going to blow. The diffuser is not going to make any noise. There aren't going to be any lights, but it's just going to have that kind of light, clean, fresh scent of whatever it is that you want to blend. And I posted that in the chat. It's also going to release the scent over time. So if it's something that you want to just kind of encourage those feelings of romance over time in your bedroom, that's a great way to do it. The other thing that I wanted to mention to you are linen spritzers. Another way to incorporate essential oils is to put those together, and they are also super easy. You're just basically adding some of your essential oils into a spray bottle with some water, and then you're going to spray down your bedding. Whether you're spraying down all of your bedding, just your pillows, maybe just ladies, your lingerie. It can mingle with your natural pheromones, and 6 drops of sandalwood, 3 drops of geranium, and 2 ounces of, let me start again. 6 sandalwood, 4 ylang ylang, 2 geranium. And if you're not a geranium fan, you could add in rose if you prefer, or lavender or another floral oil. with some distilled water, and then spray it over your bedding. It really, really will smell lovely. I actually love those linen sprays. We've gotten a couple of them from doTERRA over the years, mostly for sleeping and relaxation, but you could use them for other senses, for other purposes as well. And romance would be my number one. Massage. This is a great way to get in contact with your partner, to feel intimacy. Everyone needs a massage. We all need to feel that physical hands-on contact. If you are not in a relationship, maybe it's time to just go treat yourself to massage. And a Valentine's Day massage is a great thing. And you can bring your essential oils with you. You can use your own fractionated coconut oil. You don't have to use any of the oils or chemicals or lotions that they provide for you at the massage place. You can also massage your own feet if you're not able to get a massage right away. Use some of the recipes that I posted earlier for the sprays or for the diffusers, because any of those will help you. You could, if you're just achy and need some circulation, maybe you're just kind of stiff and aren't feeling flexible, you could use your Aroma Touch and your Deep Blue, which is what I'm showing here. But think about any essential oils that'll help you to just kind of relax and feel more in touch with yourself, whether or not you're in a relationship. Another way to use essential oils for a sense of romance is in the bath. So you can use things like shown here, petitgrain, add in your Clary sage. I love to do bergamot in the bath. I just love that kind of uplifting smell. Bergamot and ylang for me is a great combination. I would often take a really deep soaking bath with those two essential oils, maybe throw in some Epsom salts so you can relax your body, and just 2 to 5 drops of oil in the bath. You don't want to douse. Just because it's a lot of water doesn't mean you want to put millions of drops in there. Here's the other thing. You want to make sure that you kind of swirl the water so you don't sit right into the essential oils. That wouldn't be great. If you want a really romantic bath, or you have a very deep soaking tub, you can throw in some rose petals or some lavender buds. Treat yourself today. It's a beautiful day. And whether or not you're treating yourself or treating someone else, make sure that you're making it special. Take the time to really love yourself, love the people around you today and always, of course, but today's just a reminder. We want to do this on a regular basis. Here's a few essential tips. Obviously, this is not medical advice. If you have an issue that is seriously affecting or disrupting your life, you want to talk to a medical professional. If you have sensitive skin, make sure you're using a carrier oil. You want to cut the potency of the pure essential oils, and you can, of course, apply oils directly to your skin. You want to be careful and use a carrier oil when in doubt, especially for any of my new people. Use your carrier oil. It's a great way to apply your oils. You want to keep your oils in a proper storage, of course. Remember that some essential oils, I'm thinking of things like blue tansy or maybe even bergamot, can stain clothing or furniture or towels or bedding. So use in moderation. If you're using them in the spray, it should be fine. But please don't call me if you have some beautiful silk bedding and then all of a sudden you have a spot on it. Just be mindful. Most essential oils will wash out in the wash, but you just want to be careful. And then, of course, if you make your own blend, you don't want to store it in plastic. You want to make sure that you're storing it in glass or ceramic or some sort of metal. So just in case you're putting together your own special blend, you know how to do it. What else do I need to tell you? I have some resources for you. I think you will like them. I use these to put together this presentation. I hope it helps you. It's going to have a little bit more in depth and just some different resources and a little bit more information. And I posted those in the chat. Last but not least, I'm so glad. Oh, there we go. There's my resources slide. And last but not least, thank you for having been here. I hope you have a busy, wonderful, full of life Valentine's Day. No matter where you are, no matter who you're with, today's really a day for celebrating. At least I think it is. In most parts of the world. If Valentine's Day is not near you, let me know, because that's something I want to hear about. Maybe it's on a different day. Saint Valentine was actually a real life person. He was a bishop who lived, I think, in the 4th century. And part of his he became associated with love was because he was marrying soldiers that I guess which were against the rules. They didn't want soldiers to be married because they felt that they wouldn't fight hard enough. And so he was marrying soldiers secretly. And at the end of his life, he healed somebody, and then he sent a message to that young woman, and he signed it, "Your Valentine." And we think that's the reason why we send Valentines to each other. And if you're not a Valentine's sender, send a text to someone today and just say, "Hey, happy Valentine's Day." There's so many great images out there. You don't have to run out and buy a card. There's great ways to communicate with people, and send your love to everybody that you know. Hopefully you're following on Instagram, on other social media platforms. We're going to be posting today a lot on Instagram about Valentine's Day, and maybe even you'll find out what's in this gift. I hope that you do. And last but not least, I want to just say thank you for everyone that was here. Thanks for being here. Have a wonderful week, no matter where you are. I'm so happy that you're here. And I hope you found this information interesting or useful to you, right? That's the main thing. We want to make sure that we're providing information for you that is compliant, and also provides you with some good links and things so that you can use them in the future. So I'm going to actually say farewell. Let me stop the share. Oops. There we go. I'm going to say farewell to everybody who's on YouTube, who's watching. Go out there, have a wonderful day, make some great blends, and then let me know in the comments below, what did you try? How was it? And how was your Valentine's Day? I really want to hear. So to all of you who are on YouTube, have a wonderful day, and I'll see you real soon. Bye-bye now.